Okay, good afternoon, guys, and welcome to Southeastern Regional College, sort of virtual open day. Okay, so we'll maybe just make a start. Okay, so you're very welcome this afternoon, and what we're going to look at we're going to discuss this afternoon is the Ulster University Foundation degree in Mechatronic Engineering. We'll be looking at both options for study, both the full-time and the part-time and higher level apprenticeship sort of levels. So there's sort of three pathways you can follow to complete the course. As I say, SERC was the first college to sort of offer this course, and we have been running it for a number of years in partnership with the Ulster University. And then in the last couple of years, Southern Regional College also joined that partnership. Let me just introduce, my name's Stephen Colligan. I'm course coordinator for the full-time foundation degree in engineering. The guy in the background you've maybe heard from there is Ken McKinstry, and he's course director for the higher level apprenticeship and the part-time foundation degree in mechatronic engineering. Again, the team at SERC that sort of deal with the foundation degree is quite a small team. There's about 8 different tutors, and they're based at Lisburn and Bangor campuses. Okay. So basically, obviously by attending this event, you're interested in the mechatronics foundation degree in obviously mechatronic engineering. So just a bit of a background, what is mechatronics? You know, I know some of you may be aware of what engineering is, but a lot of people really aren't aware of mechatronics. Well, let me just look at the definition first. We'll say mechatronics is one of the most recent developments in engineering detail. And what it does, it combines mechanical, problem solving and design with the expertise of digital, electronics and computer systems to produce advanced products and systems through automation and the use of robots. Obviously, with industry and technology, over the last 10, 15 years, things have been totally revolutionized by automation, computerization, and to meet the needs of modern industry and obviously the skills you need to have as an engineer have had to change. So if we look at engineers now, there isn't really a pure mechanical system anymore. You know, we don't have mechanical mechanisms or clockwork mechanisms. So it's a blend of electrical, mechanical, software, and probably you're aware now when you go to fix anything, you maybe have to hook a laptop up to it, download software, work with electronics, fix mechanical elements. So very much what employers are looking for now is someone that is multi-skilled. Now, within the fields, you may find your preferences to one aspect of engineering, and this course very much lets you sort of see the different aspects of engineering and choose the route you want to follow. So it's like mechatronics, it's a fairly new field, but it's what really employers are asking for nowadays. Employers want that multi-skilled person. And again, problem solving, they want someone who's a good problem solver. So the foundation degree, we have 2 pathways, if you like. We have the Ulster University foundation degree in mechatronic engineering. That's a 2-year course, 2 years full-time or 3 years part-time. And what it is, it's equivalent to the first year of a degree program at university. What happens then when we go to look at progression? You can progress into the second year of a degree program on completion of the foundation degree, if that's what you wish. And again, it's a blend of subjects. Things would be computer aided design. Currently, we use the likes of SolidWorks for solid modeling, computer aided manufacturing, and again, we use a package currently called Mastercam. And again, these are all industry packages. These are packages people are using out in industry. Other sort of modules are going to be the likes of PLC, or programmable logic controllers. Again, this is our automation, controlling automated systems, robotics, programming, and embedded electronic systems. So embedded, if we think about things like Arduino boards, writing the code for them, using them for automation, that's the type of thing we'll do there. So then we say progression, that it's a 2-year course, or 3 years if you choose the part-time route. What that allows you to do is further study at University of Ulster on one of the BEng programs. Now, this is one of the advantages of the foundation degree, in that it gives you 3 potential pathways. During that 2 years, you may enter the qualification thinking, I prefer mechanical, and then decide as the course progresses, I really prefer electronics or electrical engineering. This course is going to let you sort of follow that pathway, where if you enroll on a bachelor's course at this stage and then find it isn't really what I want, then you may have, it may sort of narrow your future progression. So what we're saying is it allows you to progress to the mechatronics course at Ulster University, or the mechanical course, or the electrical and electronics. So you have 3 pathways, and it gives you those 2 years to decide which is the pathway I really want to follow. Because what we find is a lot of people sort of enter the course maybe thinking they prefer one thing, and then they discover, I really prefer this instead. Or you can follow the mechatronic, which is the blend of everything. And I say that it gives you time to decide what is the pathway I want to follow. If we look at entry requirements, then entry requirements for the full-time foundation degree are going to be GCSE A levels, including a STEM subject, or a level 3 vocational qualification in engineering with an equivalent to 64 UCAS points. Okay, so again, with the A levels, we prefer someone who has done a STEM subject, such as physics, mathematics, technology, engineering, that type of subject. Again, because it's sort of, you are actually enrolled at Ulster University, you have to meet their entry requirements. So part of that is a GCSE in Maths at grade C or above, and GCSE English at grade C or above, or a pass in level 2 essential skills literacy. And one thing I have to say is that if you do decide that this is the course you want to enroll on, we need to see the original copies of all your certificates, and those must be presented at a time of enrollment. What we find is a lot of people maybe passed their GCSEs and never actually went down to the school to collect them, and then when they come to enroll, they find they're rushing down to school to try and actually find their GCSEs. So if you do decide this is the course I want to enroll on, I would sort of maybe advise you to hunt out all your certificates and make sure you've got proof of your original qualifications. Then for the part-time or the higher level apprenticeship, the entry requirements are slightly different. But one of the preconditions for the higher level apprenticeship, one of the preconditions is that you have a job and that employer signs up to the higher level apprenticeship program. Entry requirements are very similar. The only difference being that instead of 64 UCAS points for the part-time foundation degree, you only need 56 UCAS points. Okay, so again, the GCSE and English requirements are the same, and again, we must see the original certificates at the time of enrolment. Okay, so the modes of study are 2 years full-time, 3 years part-time. 3 years part-time. If you are a higher level apprenticeship, you will, as I say, have a job. So you will. So on completion of the course, you will sort of then just move into full-time employment with your employer. For full-time students, there's a number of different pathways available to them. The foundation degree is level 5, okay, so it's a level 5 qualification. It would be the equivalent to what would be the old higher national diploma, okay, so foundation degree is a level 5 qualification. So on completion of that, you have a number of different options available to you. As we said earlier, that on completion of the foundation degree, you have the option of continuous studies at Ulster University, and because you're an Ulster University student, we're in partnership, you progress into the second year of the degree program there. There is one sort of proviso there, in that for automatic progression into year 2, you have to make sure that you attain 56% or more in all your modules, but that was something we would sort of point out to you on enrolment. So you can progress to a bachelor's degree at Ulster University, and as we said earlier, that can be in mechatronics, that can be electronic, or that can be in mechanical engineering. Okay. The other option is when you complete your level 5, you can get a job, and a number of our students, our current and previous year students, have been successful. In fact, everybody who left the program was successful, that didn't want to progress to university, was able to secure a job. And what it is, we find a lot of companies looking for graduates from the program and for employment. Okay, obviously then for the higher level apprenticeships, you will sort of you will start work with your employer. There is also the option of part-time study, and a number of our students have completed their bachelor's degree as well, through their employer by part-time, through day release or through part-time study. Okay, so progression is either to university, into employment, or employment with a part-time degree. In fact, some of the students who graduated last year from the full-time got a job, and also their employer was sponsoring them through the bachelor's degree program. Okay, so basically 2 years of study, 2 years for the full-time, 3 years for the part-time. So for full-time students, there is 6 units per year, 6 modules or 6 units. For part-time students or HLAs, there will be 4 units of study per year. So those are going to be subjects including engineering mathematics, programming embedded systems, computer-aided design, automation, robotics and programmable logic controllers, professional studies, and electrical and electronic fundamentals. Also, supplementary to that, in the first year, the full-time students will do a mechanical engineering workshop to give them a sort of bit of practical experience in the engineering workshop, to work on a number of small projects. Okay, so there's also a practical aspect to it as well, where we can maybe, which helps with the other units of study. Also, I'd say in the first year, supplementary to that, the students will also complete a City and Guilds in parametric modelling, and what it is, that is to help support students gain the CAD skills necessary with the CAD units on the foundation degree. So for full-time students, they will also do a City and Guilds qualification in parametric modelling. Then year 2, the units include analog and digital electronics, computer-aided design and computer-aided manufacturing, mechanical fundamentals, business improvement techniques or lean manufacturing, and then an important aspect of the course is the work-based learning. So that is a 12-week placement with a company, so that'll be where you would complete a sort of an engineering project. So that will happen from January to May, generally, and again, it will be up to the student to find a placement, but we have a number of companies we've worked with in the past. And we have a work-based learning support officer, and she will help with students to find a placement. Then again, what we actually offer in the second year is an electronic workshop, where again, students work on some automation electronic projects to help them sort of apply the knowledge they've gained in the different units. Okay, so that's again, for the part-time students, that will be split up into 4 units per year. And obviously, if you're a higher level apprenticeship, the work-based learning, you will actually be out on placement. You will do a project in your place of employment. You will attend the college one day a week, but you will complete that project in your company or employer. Then I just want to look at that. Obviously, we've sort of touched on the units, but so obviously it's split. It's sort of 3 main sort of themes to the course. Automation. Obviously, we talked about the importance of automation, particularly in modern sort of manufacturing, and it's something that's very much to the fore now. So it is, and again, with the prevalence now of sort of computerization, automation, it's going to become even more important in the future. But SERC itself is is a Siemens accredited mechatronic center. And again, we have a wide range of mechatronic training rigs and factory simulation equipment. Also, we have ABB sort of robots, online, offline programming of robots. And again, PLC programming forms an important part of your unit, particularly in the second year. So we have a wide range of hardware and software to support that sort of the study of those units. And as I say, mechatronics, then we have the manufacturing mechanical aspect. And again, we have a wide range of conventional workshops. And in the first year of the course, the full-time students will actually complete a project in the workshops. And again, we have a wide range of CAD/CAM software. We have CNC milling machines, which allows us to program on the computer, send that to the machine, and actually produce the physical objects. So a wide range of CNC, for example, laser cutters, plasma cutters. We have CMM, or coordinate measure machines. 3D printer, we have sort of 8 3D printers over the different campuses. So again, that sort of lets you visualize designs created in CAD courses, in CAD classes. And then electronics, again, that's another important aspect of the mechatronics. So, and again, with a wide range of industry standard software for creating and equipment for creating PCBs, for testing PCBs, simulation software for designing virtual circuits, for testing them. Okay. And then Arduino, Raspberry Pi, you know, again, we mentioned you'll use those in your engineering workshops or your electronic workshops in the second year, but also in the embedded systems unit. Again, and that we will sort of teach you the programming, and we have various systems to do that. So, past student, as I said, you know, we have a very high, you know, we've been very successful with past students. For example, here is Christian, one of our HLA or higher level apprenticeship. This is sort of small testimonial, works for Dunout Plastics in Saintfield, and again, he completed the course last year through the part-time. And what he's saying, he liked, you know, and that's the good thing about the higher level apprenticeship scheme, that you're able to go to work and then establish a link between the units that you're doing at college, and see how those theories are applied in the workplace. And again, you have the possibility to learn new skills. For example, Christian there was able to gain experience in computer design and computer manufacturing, which he was able to apply in his workplace. I was going to show you a little video here, but apparently that isn't going to work. So we have some examples of students who have completed the higher level apprenticeship and have then progressed into the work environment. As I said earlier, most of all of the students that we have had through the program have been successful in either progressing on to a level 6 qualification, to a bachelor's program, or have been successful in gaining employment. And there, you know, there's a wide. We obviously work with a number of companies, and some of the companies that we work with, for example, Intel is the company obviously make the Intel processors. They're based near Dublin, and they have in the past they have been very keen to employ people coming off the foundation degree in mechatronics, because, as we said, it's one of the few places in Ireland, if you want, that do mechatronics, and again, they see the benefit of that. But more locally, companies like Creative Composites, Magellan, Thales, Thomson Aerospace, and a wide range of Linamar at Dunmurry, they're all companies that have employed graduates of the program in the past. And what we're saying is then 83% of students have gained grades higher than a pass, you know. So it's a very good course in that it gives you 2 years to decide what aspects of engineering do I like, and what then sort of to take that further through study or through employment. But it's very much the course content is very much aimed at industry, meeting the needs of industry, and also looking at the future engineering. You know, it's very much focused on what skills and knowledge engineers are going to require in the future. Because with any technology, it has nowadays in particular, it has a very short lifespan. So what you're learning now could potentially be out of date in 5 years' time, you know. Okay, guys, so that that really concludes my sort of presentation on the foundation degree. We're going to have a Q&A session. So what is, through the chat function, you'll be able to raise any queries. But if any of you are coming for interview, we will sort of be able to answer your queries or speak to you individually at that particular time. And I know some interviews have been organised, are being organised currently for the next couple of weeks. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention, and I'll maybe just go to the Q&A now. Thank you.